The Galactic Empire was furious. Dr. Lena Morris and her team had escaped once, but now the Empire was determined to capture her. They believed that if they controlled the scientists behind Earth's secret weapon, they could stop the resistance. Late one night, while Lena and her team moved through a hidden path, Galactic soldiers ambushed them. The soldiers were fast and well-trained. Lena's team fought bravely, but they were outnumbered. In the chaos, Lena was taken prisoner. On the Empire's massive flagship, Lena was brought before Captain Wren. The room was cold and dark, filled with strange machines. Wren's face was stern, but his eyes held a mix of respect and anger. "You created a weapon that has caused us great trouble," Wren said slowly. "Tell us how it works. Help us end this quickly, and you may be treated well." Lena looked at him calmly. "You think you can break me? Earth will never surrender." Back on Earth, Jake and Maria learned of Lena's capture. They were shocked and worried. Lena was not just a scientist. She was their hope. "We must save her," Maria said. "Without Lena, the resistance may fail." Jake nodded, determination shining in his eyes. "We can't lose her. Let's plan a rescue." Meanwhile, Lena was taken to a high-security cell. The Empire's guards tried to intimidate her. They used bright lights and loud noises, hoping to force her to talk. But Lena was smart. She stayed silent and thought carefully. She knew that giving away secrets would mean disaster for Earth. In her cell, Lena found a small piece of metal on the floor. It was part of the secret weapon's design. Accidentally dropped during capture. She hid it carefully. Lena also noticed weaknesses in her cell's security. A small vent, a loose panel, things she could use to escape. Back on Earth, Maria and Jake gathered their best fighters. They planned a secret mission to rescue Lena. "We must be quick and quiet," Maria said. "The Empire will expect us." Jake added, "This mission will decide the future of Earth." On the Empire ship, Lena worked on a plan. Using her knowledge and the small piece of metal, she hoped to send a signal to Earth. One night, she managed to hide a message inside a machine. It was faint, but if Earth's team was watching, they would find it. Jake received the message. It was risky, but it gave them hope. "We know where she is," Jake told Maria. "We have a chance." The rescue team prepared their weapons and ships. They knew the Empire's forces were strong, but they had to try. As they approached the flagship, alarms blared. The Empire was ready. The battle was fierce. Earth's fighters dodged lasers and explosions. Maria led the charge, breaking through the enemy's defenses. Inside the ship, Jake and his team moved quickly. They found Lena's cell, but the guards were waiting. A fierce fight broke out. Lena helped by using her knowledge of the ship to unlock the doors. Finally, they escaped the ship and flew back to Earth. Lena was safe. Back on Earth, Lena smiled tiredly. "They wanted to break me, but Earth's spirit is stronger." Maria said, "Now we have a chance to win." Jake nodded. "The Galactic Empire will learn. Earth never gives up." The war was far from over. But Lena's courage and the rescue gave Earth new hope. The secret weapon was safe, and so was the heart of the resistance. Maya decided to set a trap. She sent fake plans about moving the weapon to a new place. The whole base knew about it except the traitor. As expected, Hale reported the fake plans to Varkin. The Empire prepared another strike, heading straight for the new location. But when the Empire arrived, it was a trap. The rebels were ready and attacked the Empire forces with full force. The battle was fierce and brutal. In the middle of the fight, Jaren tried to escape. Maya caught him and confronted him. "Why did you betray us?" she asked, her voice full of pain. Jaren looked away, ashamed. "I had no choice. The Empire threatened my family." Maya nodded, understanding but firm. "You made your choice. Now you will pay." The rebels tied Jaren up, but Maya knew that this was not the end. The Empire's power was still strong, and many battles lay ahead. That night, as the rebels repaired their base, Maya looked up at the stars. The galaxy was full of dangers, both outside and within. She whispered, "We must be stronger. We must stand together." The calm was broken, but the fire of rebellion burned brighter than ever. The rebel base was quiet, but the tension was thick like a storm ready to break. After the betrayal and the Empire's recent attacks, Maya knew they had little time left. The secret weapon was their last chance, but the Empire was stronger than ever. Gathered in the command room, Maya faced her closest team. "We cannot run anymore," she said. "The Empire is closing in. Our only hope is to attack their capital planet, Zorath. If we destroy their command center, we can break their control over the galaxy." The room went silent. Attacking Zorath was almost impossible. The planet was heavily guarded, protected by thousands of ships and weapons. But the rebels had no choice. It was a desperate mission, a last hope. "We'll need every ship, every fighter, and every ounce of courage," Maya continued. "We fight not just for Earth, but for every planet under the Empire's rule." The rebels prepared their ships and weapons. Engineers worked non-stop to repair the secret weapon, the glowing orb. It was fragile but powerful. If they could unlock its full power, it could destroy even the strongest Empire defenses. Maya visited the lab where Dr. Lin and her team worked. "How close are you?" she asked. Dr. Lin looked tired but determined. "The weapon is almost ready, but we don't fully understand how it will react in battle. It's risky." Maya nodded. "We have no choice but to try." The night before the mission, Maya walked alone outside the base. The stars glittered in the dark sky, cold and distant. She thought of the friends lost, the battles fought, and a long road ahead. Suddenly, a warning alarm blared. Empire ships detected near Earth. A guard shouted. Maya rushed back inside. The Empire's fleet was approaching fast. This was their last chance to leave. The rebel fleet took off into space, heading toward Zorath. The stars blurred as their ships raced through the galaxy. Fear and hope mixed in every heart. As they neared the capital planet, the rebels saw the massive Empire defenses, shields, turrets, and hundreds of warships. It was a fortress seemingly impossible to break. Maya's ship led the attack. "All fighters, prepare to engage," she ordered. "Protect the weapon at all costs." The battle began. Lasers flashed across space, and explosions shook the void. Rebel ships dodged and fired, but the Empire's forces were overwhelming. Suddenly, a new threat appeared. Varkin's secret weapon, the Death Ray, a giant cannon with power to destroy entire fleets in seconds. Maya's heart raced. "We must stop that cannon," she said. "If it fires, it's over." The rebels fought fiercely to reach the Death Ray's control center. Maya and a small team landed on Zorath's surface, sneaking past patrols and traps. Inside the control center, they faced heavy resistance. Guards fired lasers, alarms screamed, but the rebels pushed forward. Maya reached the control panel and used the orb's power to overload the system. Sparks flew, lights flickered, and the Death Ray shut down with a loud explosion. Back in space, the rebel fleet cheered. Without the Death Ray, the Empire ships lost their edge. But the battle was not over. The Empire's leader, Varkin, appeared in his warship, furious. "This is not the end, rebels," he shouted. "I will crush you all." Maya stood firm. Not today. The final battle was about to begin, and Earth's last hope burned brighter than ever. The battle had just begun, but something was changing on Earth. The secret weapon Dr. Lina and her team created was more powerful than anyone expected. It had shocked the Galactic Empire's ships and forced them to retreat for the first time. In the underground lab, Lina watched the screens carefully. "It worked," she whispered, "but only for a little while. We must improve it fast." Her team nodded, tired but hopeful. They knew this weapon was Earth's best chance. Above ground, the cities were still recovering. Fires burned in some places, but people were rebuilding quickly. Jake walked through the streets, helping wherever he could. He had seen fear, but now he saw hope. People are stronger when they stand together, he said to a friend. We won't let the Empire take our home. On the Galactic Empire's flagship, Captain Rin was angry. How could Earth have such a weapon? He demanded. Find their scientist. Capture her. We will make them pay. His officers scrambled to obey. They sent spies and soldiers to find Dr. Lena. Back in the lab, Lena's team worked day and night. They improved the weapon, making it stronger and more precise. But Lena knew this was risky. If the Empire finds us, it could mean the end, she said quietly. We must stay hidden. Her team agreed. They set up new security measures and changed their location several times. Meanwhile, Sergeant Maria and her soldiers continued to fight on the front lines. They used the secret weapon to attack the Empire's ships, weakening them bit by bit. Maria's team grew stronger with every battle. They believed in their mission and in Earth's future. One night, Lena received a warning from her security system. They are close, her assistant said nervously. The Empire's soldiers are near our location. Lena's heart raced. We must move now, she ordered. Take everything we can carry. As they packed, the lab shook with explosions outside. The Empire had found them. Soldiers broke through the doors, but Lena's team fought bravely. They escaped just in time, disappearing into the city's shadows. The Empire was furious but had not caught their secret. On the Empire's ship, Captain Ryan watched the escape with fury. They cannot run forever, he said. Prepare a full assault. We will crush Earth's resistance once and for all. Back on Earth, Jake and Maria met secretly with Lena. We have a chance, Lena said, but only if we work together. Maria nodded. We will protect you and the weapon. The Empire will not win. Jake smiled. Then let's fight. The secret weapon was no longer just a device. It was hope, courage, and the spirit of Earth. The Galactic Empire had learned that Earth was not weak. It was ready to defend itself, no matter the cost. The war was far from over. But Earth had found its strength, a secret weapon stronger than any technology: unity. The rebels rushed to their ship and took off just as the Empire soldiers returned. The Galactic destroyer was waiting above the planet, ready to attack. A fierce battle started in space. The rebels used all their skill to escape. Explosions lit the darkness. Just when it seemed they would be destroyed, a hidden rebel ship appeared and helped fight the Empire fighters. Back on Earth, the rebel base celebrated the return of Maya and her team. They had the secret weapon, but the fight was far from over. Maya looked at the glowing orb. This is only the beginning, she said quietly. The Empire will come for us, but Earth will strike back. The stars outside shone brightly, as if waiting for the great battle to begin. The rebel base on Earth was full of energy. Everyone was excited and nervous at the same time. Maya and her team had returned with the secret weapon, the glowing orb that pulsed with strange power. It was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Maya stood in front of the group, holding the orb carefully. This weapon can change everything, she said. But we don't know how it works yet. We must understand it before the Empire finds us. The rebels brought the orb to the base's lab. Scientists and engineers gathered around, studying it from every angle. The orb's light changed colors, blue, green, and sometimes red, like it was alive. The air around it felt charged, almost electric. Dr. Lin, the lead scientist, was the first to speak. This weapon uses energy we don't fully understand. It can destroy entire fleets or protect whole planets, but it's very dangerous. We need to be careful. Days passed. The rebels worked day and night. They learned how to control the orb's power, but the more they studied, the more questions they had. What if the Empire's weapon was a trap? Or what if it could destroy Earth if misused? Meanwhile, in the dark halls of the Galactic Destroyer, Supreme Commander Varkin was furious. The rebels have the weapon, he growled. They threaten my empire. Send spies to find their base. I want them crushed. Empire spies moved quickly. They disguised themselves as traders, workers, and travelers. One spy named Kale was sent to Earth. He was smart and ruthless, and he quickly learned about the rebel base's location. Back at the rebel base, Maya received a secret message from a scout ship. Empire ships detected near Earth. They are looking for the rebels. Maya knew it was time to act fast. We must move the weapon to a safer place, she told her team. If the Empire finds it, we lose everything. The rebels packed the orb carefully and prepared to move it to an old, hidden bunker deep in the mountains. The journey was dangerous. Empire patrol ships flew nearby, searching the skies for any sign of the rebels. As the rebels traveled by land, Kale followed them secretly. He watched from the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. That night, the rebels camped near a forest. Maya sat by the fire, thinking about the future. We have a chance to win, she said quietly. But the Empire will stop at nothing. Suddenly, a noise came from the trees. Kale and his soldiers attacked. The rebels were surprised but ready. A fierce fight began under the stars. Maya fought bravely, but the Empire soldiers were many. Just when it seemed the rebels might be overwhelmed, backup arrived. Other rebel fighters from nearby villages. They drove the Empire soldiers away. After the battle, Maya realized the Empire knew more than they thought. Kale is close. He will not give up, she warned. The rebels reached the mountain bunker safely. They placed the orb in a special chamber surrounded by shields and alarms. Now the weapon was safe, for now. But the danger was far from over. Kale sent a message to Varkin. Rebels are strong. They protect the weapon well. We need a bigger plan. Varkin smiled coldly. Prepare the death ray. It will end this rebellion. Back in the bunker, Maya looked at the orb. We must unlock its full power before the Empire attacks. Our future depends on it. The stars outside seemed to watch silently, waiting for the next move in this deadly game. The stars shone brightly in the night sky. On a small blue planet called Earth, life went on as usual. People talked, laughed, and dreamed, not knowing that their world was about to change forever. Far above Earth, in the cold darkness of space, a massive spaceship moved silently. It was the flagship of the Galactic Empire, a powerful force that ruled many planets across the galaxy. The ship was huge, shining with bright metal and glowing lights. Inside, commanders and soldiers prepared for a mission they believed would be easy. The Galactic Empire had heard stories about Earth. They thought this small planet was simple and weak. To them, Earth was just another stop in their quest for power. They planned to take control quickly and show their strength. Captain Rin, the leader of the mission, stood in the command room. His eyes were sharp, full of confidence. We will show Earth the might of the Galactic Empire, he said firmly. This world will bow to us. But Earth was not ready for what was coming. Thousands of miles below, in a quiet city, Dr. Lena Morris worked late in her laboratory. She was a scientist who studied space and technology. Suddenly, her instruments beeped wildly. On her screen, she saw strange signals, ships approaching Earth. Her heart raced. She knew these ships were not friendly. Quickly, she sent a message to the global space agencies. But many people did not believe her. It must be a mistake, they said. Earth is safe. But Lena was sure. These ships were dangerous. Back on the Galactic Empire's ship, the commanders prepared their weapons. Their plan was simple. Land forces on Earth, take control, and force the humans to surrender. Below, Earth's governments held emergency meetings. Some leaders were scared. Others thought they could fight back. But no one had faced an enemy like the Galactic Empire before. On the streets of a small town, a young man named Jake walked home from work. He looked up at the sky, noticing strange lights moving fast. He stopped and watched, feeling both curious and afraid. Suddenly, the sky lit up with explosions. The Galactic Empire had begun their attack. In the capital city, sirens screamed. People ran for shelter as the Empire's ships fired powerful lasers. Buildings shook and fires started everywhere. The world's greatest armies rushed to defend their homes. But the Empire's technology was far beyond anything Earth had. Tanks were destroyed before they could reach the enemy. Fighter jets were shot down one by one. The battle seemed hopeless. Meanwhile, in a secret underground base, Dr. Lena and her team worked on a new weapon. It was a device unlike anything seen before. They hoped it could stop the Empire's ships. "Time is running out," Lena said, her voice tense but determined. "We must finish this weapon before it's too late." Her team worked day and night, testing and fixing problems. They knew the fate of Earth depended on their success. Back in the city, Jake joined a group of volunteers helping injured people. Despite the fear and destruction, humanity showed its true strength. People helped each other, stayed calm, and fought for survival. As Jake carried a child to safety, he looked up again. The stars, once peaceful, now carried danger. But something inside him burned, a will to fight back. On the Galactic Empire ship, Captain Ryan watched the battle through a large window. He frowned. The Earthlings were stronger than he expected. "This will be over soon," he told his officers. "Prepare for the ground invasion." But even as he spoke, a small alarm beeped on his console. Something on Earth was not like the others. The secret weapon Dr. Lena and her team were working on was about to change everything. The battle for Earth had just begun. The Galactic Empire was powerful and ruthless, but Earth was filled with brave people ready to fight for their home. The question was clear: dare to challenge Earth? The answer would come soon, in a brutal lesson no one would forget. After destroying the Death Ray, the rebels felt a surge of hope. But Supreme Commander Varkin was more furious than ever. His pride was broken, and he knew he had to act quickly. The rebellion could not be allowed to grow stronger. On his warship, the Galactic Destroyer, Varkin gathered his top generals. "The rebels have dealt us a serious blow," he said coldly. "But we will crush them with everything we have. Prepare the fleet. We strike Earth directly." His generals nodded, understanding the danger. The Empire's biggest fleet would soon be heading toward Earth, ready to destroy the rebel base and the secret weapon once and for all. Back on Earth, Maya and the rebels prepared for the worst. They fortified their base, repaired their ships, and trained for the coming battle. The glowing orb remained their only hope. One night, Maya stood on the rooftop of the base, watching the stars. Her mind raced with worries. "This fight is far from over," she whispered, "and the Empire will not stop until Earth is crushed." Suddenly, alarms rang out. "Incoming fleet detected," a guard shouted. The sky lit up with hundreds of Empire ships, dark and threatening. The rebel ships launched immediately, flying into the sky to meet the enemy. Explosions rocked the atmosphere as the two forces clashed above Earth. In space, the battle was fierce. The Empire ships were stronger and more numerous, but the rebels fought with courage and skill. Maya led the fighters personally, coordinating attacks and saving her team from danger. Meanwhile, the Empire deployed a secret weapon, a massive bomb designed to destroy the rebel base. It was hidden inside a stealth ship, heading straight for Earth's surface. Maya realized the threat and ordered a group of fighters to intercept. They raced against time, dodging enemy fire and weaving through debris. In a dramatic fight, the rebels destroyed the stealth ship just seconds before it could release the bomb. The explosion rocked space, but Earth was safe, for now. Back at the base, the rebels worked quickly to repair damage and prepare for the next attack. Maya held a meeting. "The Empire is desperate," she said. "They will not give up easily. We must protect the weapon and keep fighting." Dr. Lin warned, "The orb is powerful, but we can only use it a few more times. We need a plan to end this war." Maya nodded. "We will find a way. We have to." As the battle continued in space and on the ground, the rebels knew the final confrontation was near. The fate of Earth and the galaxy rested on their shoulders. The stars above Earth shone cold and distant, as if waiting for the final strike. The rebel base was battered but not broken. The secret weapon, the glowing orb, pulsed with power in its chamber. Maya knew this was the last chance to end the war. Supreme Commander Varkin's fleet surrounded Earth like a dark storm. His ships blocked the skies, and his armies prepared to strike the rebel base once and for all. Maya gathered her team. "This is it," she said. "We fight not just for ourselves, but for the freedom of every planet under the Empire's rule." The rebels loaded into their ships, hearts pounding with fear and hope. Maya's ship, the Falcon, led the charge. The battle began with a roar. Lasers flashed through the sky, ships exploded, and the sound of war filled the air. Maya flew through enemy fire, dodging and weaving. Her team fought bravely, but the Empire's forces were huge. Deep inside the base, Dr. Lin activated the orb's full power. A bright light filled the room, spreading energy through the ship's weapons. Maya felt the power in her hands as she fired the orb's energy. A massive wave of light swept across the battlefield, destroying Empire ships and disabling their weapons. The Empire's fleet began to fall back, stunned by the orb's power. But Varkin was not defeated yet. In his warship, Varkin activated his final weapon, a giant energy cannon aimed directly at Earth. Maya saw the blast charging and knew she had seconds to stop it. With a scream, she dove her ship straight toward Varkin's warship, breaking through enemy defenses. Inside, she fought Varkin face to face. Their battle was fierce and close, with every move deciding the fate of the galaxy. Finally, Maya landed a powerful blow, and Varkin fell. His warship started to explode. Maya escaped just before the ship blew up. Outside, the Empire's fleet was in chaos. Without their leader, their power broke. The rebel ships cheered. Earth was free. Maya looked up at the stars, tired but smiling. "This is only the beginning," she said. "We will rebuild and protect our galaxy." The war was over, but the story of Earth's courage would be told forever.